The narcissist will eventually treat everybody the same, right? You hear it all the time. Oh, don't worry about the new supply or the new people. They're going to get it just as bad as you did. What happens though when they're just not? The new supply seems incredibly happy. Let's talk about some reasons why the new supply is actually really happy in their new relationship with a narcissist. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess Stanley, and I'm a survivor of a narcissistic relationship. If you want information and awareness about narcissism, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything. To work with me one-on-one, send an email to bookachatwithjess@gmail.com. There's also more information available down in the video description. So, how in the world could the new supply actually be happy with a narc? Well, let's talk about they're still being love bombed. And this one is really the primary reason the new supply seems so happy with the narc. For the first 3 to 6 months, and this can vary, not all narcs are created equal, but this person will be getting love bombed by the narcissist. What they get from the narcissist might be different, of course, than what you got during the whole love bombing phase. This is the only change you'll ever see a narc do. They have to impress and work over a new person, so it might require some different techniques. We're not all the same either, and the new supply will probably seem like they're on cloud 9, and they very well are. It is true, though, it won't last. They will eventually get the same treatment as we got and everybody else. Nonetheless, the new supply, though, can seem happy a year or even longer than that later in the relationship. So let's talk about why that might actually be a thing. So one of the reasons that could be is they just don't realize they're in a toxic relationship with a narcissist. If you've never been in a relationship with a narc before, or a highly toxic person in general, you might not have any idea what all of this is. I certainly knew in my own personal relationship that things were very wrong and very bad, but I had no idea of the level of toxic that it really was. I had very little idea about what was happening to me, other than I was very confused and I really didn't like it most of the time. But we don't know anything either about the new supply. This is something else to actually factor in, especially when it comes to how the new supply grew up. We usually have no idea. We don't know these people. A lot of them is a mystery, and it's kept that way. But some of the folks grow up with toxicity, and they find this really shitty, abusive relationship completely normal. Not comfortable, but it's just the way things go. So there might be a history of abuse that this new person is familiar with, that they have just normalized, and hey, this is just the way things go. The new supply might see the problems, but not really be sure what to do with them, much like myself, and I'm sure like other people, but they still stay in the relationship. Another big part of why the new supply can seem happy for an extended period of time is the new supply probably has little to no expectations of the narcissist. They have no boundaries and they have no standards. We all know that a narc is going to gaslight and blame shift and make everything the new person's fault. Get this person to have as low expectations and standards as possible. It's what they do to us. It's what they do to everybody. Try to get us to have very little expectations of them. They certainly don't want to do anything. We're not supposed to have standards or boundaries or anything like that. We know this. They strip it away from us. They're going to do it from the new person too. The narcissist has more than likely told this person they're the problem. Hell, they probably even told the new supply, listen, you should just be happy that I even continue to be with you. And then they stay because the new supply really does love them. The new supply will be accepting of those incredibly low standards, taking the blame, putting up with this person, because that's how the narc works. We did it. There's no reason to think that somebody else won't either. The new supply might be tolerating this with a smile on their face. Future faking also helps keep the new supply happy and right in line. We know what future faking is. Those really shitty false promises of getting married, kids, oh, this big expensive trip we're going to plan, this vacation, we're going to move in together. And that can be overwhelmingly appealing to the new supply because sometimes it was overwhelmingly appealing to us. I certainly was all about the getting married and building a life together, and it was very happy. It made me very happy to think about, to talk about. I remember a lot of the time I was not getting along very well with this person, and he would say, let's just talk about the future. Or, you're always in a good mood when we talk about the future. Again, hindsight. So getting hitched, moving in together, having a kid, all that stuff might be just enough little future fakey love bomminess to keep that new supply happy for just a little while longer, especially if it's breadcrumbed out in little doses. The love bombing fades after 3 to 6 months, and in a couple months they start talking about moving in together, getting married, and then kids and all of this stuff. And before you know it, for a year, year and a half, maybe longer, maybe they're engaged now, and the new supply, again, still happy, still thinks that everything is going great. Another really important thing to consider, they only appear to be having a good time in public and or / on social media. So I'm not entirely sure why some people just seem to live and die by what they see on social media, but they really shouldn't. You might get told by somebody, hey, go check out this profile, what have you. You see some photos, you see some posts, they're at an event, they're doing something, oh, they seem so happy together. Okay, let's just say for the sake of an example, they went to a concert or a festival somewhere together, and there they are. There's people everywhere, everything's great, and their arms are around each other, big smiles for the photo. Yeah, super cute, but listen, what you probably don't know, is the new supply got the silent treatment in the car all the way there. They did or didn't do something perfectly, because while we can't expect anything from them, they sure as hell have high expectations of us. So the new supply didn't perform perfectly, and so that was their punishment. But you don't even know about it. You see the smiles in the photo. Yeah, they got the silent treatment in the car all the way there. You didn't see the fight in the car on the way home. The narc yelling and screaming at this person. Well, why did you take so long? Why were you talking to that person? Blah, blah, blah. You can sort out the reasons, I'm sure. You don't see how after the event was over and everybody got home, the narc completely vanished and didn't talk to this person for 4 days. What you don't know is things might maybe even be okay, quote unquote, but the narc is still talking to 6 other people on the down low, and the new supply, or newest supply at the time, has absolutely no idea. All you see from a picture, from a post, from what somebody else is telling you is literally 1 second in time. They could have been fighting mere minutes before taking that photo. Maybe you even see them out somewhere together, or somebody that you know sees them and relays to you this information. They might seem very happy and jovial, and typically this is the way things look when they're out in public. Narcs do their best dirty work behind closed doors. They have to maintain certain images, both on their socials and in public. Because when people, like us, like other survivors, complain about their behavior, everybody seems stupefied. Oh, so-and-so, but they're so nice. They're so great. They're so helpful, because 95% of what's happening is happening off of social media and behind closed doors. So tell me, survivor, is the new supply really happy? I really want to know what you have to say. Tell me down in the comments. Visit jess-stanley.square.site to set up an appointment with me online, or you can just send an email. Book a chat with Jess@gmail.com. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.